What's up guys, and welcome back to another video with me. Okay, so I wanted to do something a little bit different today. Well, not really different, a transformation video, and give you guys basically a quick overview, well, as quick as possible, an overview of my strength bodybuilding journey. Usually these transformation videos, the way they go is that you just see a montage of of photos. I wanted to go deeper than that, and I used to believe so many myths and bro science. Despite those things, I have still managed to develop what I would say a really good physique and have developed decent strength numbers because I've just remained consistent. And that is the main takeaway of this video, is to remain consistent. Okay, that's a long enough intro. Let's get into it. So here we are, picture one. This is me, never having lifted a freaking weight in my life. At this point, I had, the only thing I ever did in terms of resistance training were bodyweight push-ups, just a million different variations of push-ups and pull-ups. I weighed about 70 kilos at this, and here I think I'm 18 at this point. And then after a year of training, of lifting weights, this is me. And I think I weighed about a bit more than that, like maybe 80 kilos here. So in that time, I think either 75 or 80 kilos. My training was basic back then. I literally did 3 sets of 10, one movement per muscle group and that was my training session every single time. Year 2, I was thinking, I got to get bigger. How do I get bigger? I got to bulk. How do you bulk? You eat everything. Yep, that's what I thought. And as you can see, it worked. I gained weight like no one's business. Picture 6. As you can see in picture, I got chunky, man. See picture 5. I lost a lot of definition. Like got a bit of moobage there. No definition in the arms, no vascularity in the face. Oof. Did not like that, and I had no idea why. See if you look at picture 7, like bit of shit. And it was funny, like another example, and to show how little I knew. I couldn't understand why I was getting fat. I just thought if you eat more and train whilst eating more, that extra food would just magically turn into muscle. That is not the case. There's only so much muscle you can create, in any given period. If you eat way more than your body can convert into muscle, those extra calories will just be stored as fat. And that is what happened. Big time. And I remember the heaviest I got was about, I think, like low 90s, like 93. I remember I was in denial about it as well. I was like, why can't I see my abs anymore? And I thought, oh, maybe it's just because my abs have just got thicker. That's why I can't see them anymore. Yeah, that's what I used to generally think. So I thought to myself, I've got to do something about it. I've got to get leaner. So beginning of year 3. So what do you do to get leaner? And as I mentioned before, my fitness IQ back then was very low. I just went on feeling. I didn't do much research. It was just like, what you see trending. So what do you do when you need to lose weight? When you need to cut? You cut out carbs, right? I mean, that's what, if you didn't know what you need to do, you'd probably just guess, yeah, cut out carbs. And that's what I did. I cut out carbs. I remember I had a massive bag of pasta in my dorm room, and I just got rid of it. I was like, not going to need you anymore. I started to get leaner. My training developed a bit more. Not a whole lot, as you can see in picture 9. This is what I thought constituted a full squat. So again, my fitness IQ was very low. My training developed a bit, changed a bit, in that I dedicated a day for each muscle group. So a day for back, day for chest, day for shoulders, day for legs. And I would do 4 or 5 movements for each muscle group per day. And I would do like a day of cardio in between each day of lifting. And I got leaner. I definitely got leaner. I remember I dropped. So I went from like 93, it was, all the way down to the low 80s, to about 83, 82. So as you can see in picture 10, you can see I started to get back a lot of definition. My face was a lot thinner. I started to get a bit more vascularity. And as you can see in picture 11, I got, I could see my abs again. I was so happy. Like, I got vascularity. At this point, I'd been lifting consistently for about 3 years. And you can start to see, I put on some muscle. Like, you can see the muscle that was underneath that layer of fat. Year 4, and at 79 kilos, I was like, oh God, that's way too light. I was worried that I was starting to lose muscle. So I upped the calories again. And so this is picture 13, year 4. Not a huge amount of difference. So now you could say that my newbie gains have completely have been exhausted. At this point, I was about 83 kilos. Near the end of year 4, again, I think the arms look a lot bigger. Maybe this is just the mirror I was using, the lighting. Chest looks fuller. Again, not crazy conditioned. Year 5, and as you can see in year 5, I've lost a lot of definition in the abs. I've gained a bit more fat at this point because I stopped playing rugby consistently, and that was my main source of cardio. And I was still eating pretty much the same amount as I did back at uni. So, simple maths. If I'm doing less cardio but eating the same amount, that's going to be stored as fat, isn't it? For the 5th year of my lifting, in pretty much the whole of year 5, I didn't take any photos of myself. I remember I didn't see the point. I was still training consistently, but I was just training, like, it stopped becoming, like, I didn't really see many changes in my body. I was just, I didn't see the point. I just lifted because that had become my form of exercise, and, I just didn't really bother. So now year 7, I had gained, a good amount of muscle, been consistently gaining muscle, but then I put on a lot of fat. And at this point, I think at my heaviest, I was 95. So in this photo, when I'm 16, I was about 90, I think mid 90s, 93, 94. In this photo, 17. In picture 17, I think I am definitely about 95 kilos. So yeah, I've definitely, again, I've gained more size in the arms and the back, but as you can see, I'm sucking in a lot here. And I thought to myself, like, crap, I can't see my abs again. This is like all repeat of year 2, where I, dirty bulked way too hard. And I was like, crap, I can't see my abs. After being inspired by Lex Fitness, watching his videos, I realized that, if you want to do it properly, if you want to get super shredded, the only real way is to count your macros. You can't do it intuitively. You can't just cut out carbs. It doesn't work like that. If you want to do it sustainably, and if you want to maintain your size and maintain your strength. So I followed a program. So from about June 2017 to November 2017, I cut. And I remember my target was to lose 10 kilos of fat, which I did. And here we are, picture 17A. This is what I look like after 4 or 5 months of cutting. I got shredded, I'd say. As you can see, I was lines and vascularity. Just suddenly, I just, I could finally properly see the muscle I had developed over 7 years of lifting. And I remember I was just like, I couldn't stop taking pictures of myself, because I was like, shit, like, where did all these veins and, like, I'd seeing ab muscles I'd never seen before, and just, I don't know, just peeling back all that fat and seeing all that hard work for the first time, to be honest. And so yeah, I just kind of went crazy and just taking 4 or 5 pictures of myself after pretty much every workout. Like, don't worry about taking progress photos. If they're just for yourself, you don't have to post them online. You don't have to make them public like I am doing right now. But you should take progress photos. It keeps you honest. It shows you where you've come from, how far you've come. Because sometimes we get hard on ourselves and we say that, oh, we haven't done anything, we look like shit or whatever. But if you've been doing consistently, if you stay consistent for years, for year on year, and you look back on your progress, you'll see, like, you've actually done a good job. So yeah, as you can see, I had leg separation. Never used to have that. I've never been lean enough to see quad separation, just like in my chest, just being able to see chest separation, separation everywhere, just veiny arms, cap shoulders. I'm, never used to see that sort of separation in my arms and shoulders. Like, so yeah, I was just, some more just of the same thing. Again, quad separation, just deep cuts on the abs. This is 7 years now, and at this point, I weighed about 85 kilos. 85 kilos, cap shoulders, and this is the best one, I think. Like, really shows off the definition. Picture 23. Obviously the lighting there is the best. That's why. And then here's some photos of me pumped. Just there's rib things. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember what they're called, but I used to never have those things. And the reason why I'm showing you this, guys, is because I had people I looked up to in terms of fitness. People on Instagram I used to follow, and I used to aspire to those guys and think like, those physiques that you see on Instagram. I used to be like, I will never look like that. Like, not that I didn't feel down about it. I was just like, they're like a different league. They're like, there's no way. I don't look anything like that. But then when I did get shredded last year, I was looking at myself and I was like, shit, I look as good as those guys. I look as good as those guys. I can. Obviously, that's just my opinion. The point is that you will honestly be amazed at how good your physique can look if you are consistent year on year. So now we're looking at picture 27. This is around March of this year. I'm about 87 kilos. From year 5 till year 7, my training was mainly power building. It was 5 sets of 5 on a heavy compound, and then the rest of the workout would be 3-4 movements on an isolation, doing isolation movements. About March, February of this year, I completely changed my training style. I followed another program basically that focused on strength and size. And then in this photo, this is from August. So just about mid-August, so just over a month and a half ago. And at this point, I think I weighed, again, 87. I gained size in the arms. It was a very arm-focused program. I gained about an inch in the arms compared to the year before. My arms were just under 16.5 inches compared to last year, where I was super shredded, where they were 15.5 inches. Now we're in October. Let's see what the physique looks like. And don't know if you can, I can't really see if this is how well you can see this, but this is what it looks like. And today I weighed about 89 kilos. Thinking about doing a mini cut just to get back some more definition. But yeah, that's what it looks like. That's how I gained 19 kilos of, mostly muscle, I would say, in 8 years. I don't want that to sound intimidating or whatever. It's just more the fact that if you're consistent, if you you shouldn't have an end date in mind. It shouldn't be like that. And, in terms of the overall journey, of course, you should have milestones, and deadlines for certain mini goals. But in terms of lifting as a whole, you shouldn't have an end date. You should always be lifting. But the key thing is to be consistent. Don't take time off. I know people who lift for about a few months in a year and then literally take a year off, and then they don't understand why they're not progressing, or they diet for about 3 weeks and then they pull their hair out not knowing why they're not losing weight. The key thing is just to be consistent, because if you are consistent, sooner or later you will be amazed. Even if you know zero, like I did, I knew zero. I was quarter repping, thinking those were full reps. I was eating everything in sight, thinking that's how you bulk. Even then, the fact of the matter, the main thing was that I remained consistent and I just kept on learning. I kept going. I kept, improving little by little every single day, every single month, every single year, to finally get something that I am truly, truly proud of. And I'm not done at all. That is the point. And I'm so excited to see where else I can go, how much further I can take both my physique and my strength. That's all from me. If you did enjoy it, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment if you feel like it. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me at ZaneRezaFit. That's where I post daily. So follow me on Instagram. That's all from me. I'm Zane. Happy lifting, everyone. Peace.